Hey, I'm Nicholas Prom,
I'm Chase.
and you're watching Heavy Metal Breakdown. Oh man, Chase, how you doing, man?
Pretty good, pretty good. Having a crazy morning, but day's just gonna get crazier, and I'm here to capitalize on it, I guess. Who knows?
Yay! All right. Uh, cool. Well, we have some albums to review, including a brand new record that just came out yesterday, as of this recording. Uh, would you be so inclined to tee that up for us? Give us the skinny on this record.
Sure, why not? Why the hell not?
Yeah.
Uh, Big Fast, Running Across Steel, released on April 24th on Witch's Brew. This is Living Fast's first full-length studio release, and they had a couple of singles and an EP from 2024 called Wallbreaker.
Yeah.
And yeah. Oh man, new fresh faces full of potential, and I love it because these guys to me sounded a bit like early Manila Road crossed with Killers era Iron Maiden with just like again just like a I don't know like a new sun being born. It's gonna
Wow.
I'm excited for
Okay.
these guys. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah, so I really like this too. It kind of reminded me somewhat of Enforcer from Sweden. These guys are from Florida, USA. But yeah, it reminded me a little bit of Enforcer with the vocals kind of more palatable. You know, the Enforcer's vocals are not everyone's cup of tea. I think this is a little more universal appeal here
yes,
on that end.
yes.
But really nice, like speed metal, traditional heavy metal, really enjoyable stuff. I thought this was a lot of fun. I'm really glad that we're talking about this record. Um, yeah, yeah, first album and hopefully first of many because this is hits that sweet spot for heavy metal. It's just done just right. Um, uh, really clean sounding production. You know, you can tell this is a current band, but really captures the '80s metal spirit. Um, and that's what we need from come on,
Yeah.
come on. But yeah, this is really great. Really like the title track, Running Across Steel. Um, uh, 1-2 gut punch in the middle of the record with Metallions on the Road and Speed Metal Nights. Holy shit, really like those songs a lot. Um, and and it's a great record overall, and I really like Black Canvas, the closer, which is really kind of interesting. It's a bit moodier. Again, we've talked about like album closer is almost as important as album opener. You know, opener's got to be a banger, okay, to set the tone, and that closer again should either be something raging or something kind of mellower to kind of taper it off. But yeah, this is an excellent record. Please, more things from you.
Okay, so standout tracks for me are Endless Nights, Speed Metal Nights, spelled differently,
Yeah.
and Dystopian.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh man, dude, I bet these guys are amazing live. Like they have that kind of like a thunderstorm in a jar. Fuck the lightning, it's a whole goddamn storm, and
yeah,
I love it.
yeah.
And yeah, they have like what did I put here? They da, da, da. Oh, yeah, it's like the essence of metal. Just like it just runs through this album. Like it doesn't take itself seriously, and I love. That's one of the things I love the most about current heavy metal are the guys who sit there like, yeah, we're a metal band, we got cheesy lyrics, have a bite, good shit.
Yeah. And like here's the thing. I didn't get a cheesiness from this. I just thought this is just straight ahead heavy metal and it's unapologetic. Okay?
Yes,
There's, and I feel like there was certainly a time where a metal band like this would always languish in obscurity because like, oh, come on, what is it? What year is it, you guys? That's a very popular thing in the 90s or
remember
2000s,
that.
to say shit
So
like
lame.
that. So lame.
Yeah,
And like um uh but no, it is not. This is not a modern, other than like it's got a good production, but the correct kind. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
this is not a modern metal band. This is definitely just classic heavy metal. I mean, it you if you told me these guys were from Belgium and this came out in 1985, I'd probably believe you. Um,
Right?
you know,
Uh,
so like, also don't sleep on like Belgium and Sweden in the 80s for traditional heavy metal. Oh my God, and Denmark, like that is a really hotbed of just really great stuff, very much like Living Fast. So that's why I kind of went there. Um, but yeah, fans of Acid are gonna like this band.
oh,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
if you like, I think I'm gonna just talk like if you like Ostergoth and Killer, the other big Belgium bands. But yeah, I think that's right. Um, but yeah, but yeah, very much in that vein. I mean, like, uh, but yeah, I mean, I guess I would say like yeah, Enforcer meets Omen. Is kind of the vibe we're getting from this band, and so much fun. I love this. And they're a U.S. band. There's potential that we could see them, and that is
I will
exciting.
be right there for that. Hell yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's just like you look, it's that whenever they're from if they're from another country, it kind of reduces the odds. European bands come over, but the more obscure the country, the less likely we're going to see them stateside, right? That's kind of how it works. But
Seems like it.
but yeah, especially these days. But yeah, there's a good chance we could see them, and I hope we do because these guys are great. So I expect great things from Living Fast in the future. Really like
Yes.
this album a lot. Go check it out. Um, yeah. Uh, so if we're good here, yeah,
Sure. Yeah.
okay. Why don't we move on to our next segment, Chase's classic album? What do you have? What do we have for that, Chase?
Up next on Chase's classic album, we have Sanctuary Into the Mirror Black,
Oh yes.
released February 27th, 1990 on Epic Records. This is Sanctuary's second full-length album after 1987's Refuge Denied, which I believe, where is it down? Probably down there somewhere. Scroll down and find it. It's a good video and
Yeah,
a good
yeah,
album.
yeah. It was fun. Yes. So yes, this is Sanctuary's second and for a long time last album, sadly. Um, but it's after this like the musical landscape changed and a lot of great bands got lost in the shuffle, including Sanctuary. Um, I really like this album. It is more progressive than Refuge
Yeah.
Denied. Um, but I welcome it. I really feel like 91 is like the peak, right around 89 and 91 is about the peak of thrash metal and progressive power metal. And here is a prime example of that. Um,
Uh,
um,
yeah.
really love this. Before we go on any further, I should note Sanctuary will be performing this summer at the Soldiers of Steel Festival. They'll be performing Refuge Denied and Into the Mirror Black in their entirety. So you want to hear the first two Sanctuary albums, all of it? Get up to that festival in Seattle, Washington. Go to soldiersofsteel.com right now and get your tickets. You won't regret that purchase. It is going to be so much fun. Woo! But yeah, this is an amazing album. Of course, the late great Warrell Dane. I mean, just does. How can I even describe these vocals? Just just soaring, incredible. He was one.
Yes.
He was one in a billion singers. Like as a
Yeah.
singer, I should say. But yeah, let's talk about a few of these songs. Album opener, Future Tense, which
Yeah.
was they did a video for this song and it's amazing. But this song like haunts my dreams. I mean,
Oh,
like wow, was such a prescient take on like summarizing like what had been happening in the 80s and the not so great direction this country and the world are heading in. And you and I were both born in the 80s and grew up in the 90s and experienced adulthood in the post 9/11 world. And holy crap, does this song just like, yep, something bad is coming. and they were right. You love it when people are wrong about shit like that, but unfortunately, that is not the case here. But yeah, it's a brilliant track, and it is. I think it has as emotional weight as like Badlands by Metal Church, or even more. Um,
Ooh.
and that song, whew, whew, that's a gimme, man. That's incredible. Um,
Huh.
um, but yeah, and then we go right. I'm not gonna go totally track by track, but like uh, then right into Taste Revenge, which is, man, this song is pissed. It is mean, and they mean it. Like like you believe that they're like, oh, like you're gonna get it, son, for what you
Yeah.
did or whatever. And it's like, look, on the subject of revenge, there is an old saying: when you seek revenge, dig two graves. Okay, because it's never ending. Okay, the tit for tat never stops. Okay, uh, and while I have definitely contemplated and planned revenge, and for things in my life, the voice of reason is always like, that's gonna come back. Something bad will happen to you for doing this, and so I don't, but that's there, and so it's felt. The song is felt. I'll just say,
Oh, you're gonna say like doesn't mean songs about revenge can't kick ass. It was
that's
revenge
true.
itself was
Yeah, yeah,
a
no, it's
self-defeating deal. Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, and there's other great songs on here, like Eden Lies Obscured, which is a slower track, but it's just amazing. But yeah, why don't you pick up the ball, talk some more about this record, Chase?
I think you said all that needed to be said about Future Tense, which was one of my highlights there. Whew. Epitaph and The Mirror Black.
Yeah, talk
The
about those. Talk about
well,
those.
no, they just fucking rule. I mean, okay, so Epitaph was let's say it's pretty much what you think it is, and
Yeah.
it another like all of these songs are okay. So this album is essentially I might catch some shit for saying this. It's essentially just a proto Nevermore album. Jim and Worrell go and do their I don't know if they create Nevermore or not, but they go off and do Nevermore, and a lot of it just sounds like this.
Yeah, I think
So this, but
Nevermore definitely was a natural progression and continuation of Sanctuary, for sure. And now they are two separate entities, which is confusing, but I get it. Uh, but
yeah,
I'm actually don't remember when the first Nevermore album came out, like 94, 5, 6, somewhere in
yeah,
there.
it was 94, 95, I think. Yeah,
Okay, yeah. So really just a few years.
years
So
after
yeah,
this one. Yeah,
yeah. So essentially it is kind of like, yeah, we're doing that. I mean, you could say this is definitely the transition into what Nevermore was going to be, which is great. Nevermore is awesome.
yeah, oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and it's kind of interesting to see that there's this bifurcation of the two acts, because Sanctuary came back. They did one more with Worrell before he passed, and they have a new singer and they've got new material. There's a new single out, and I think a new album is in the works. And Nevermore have a new singer and are coming back with new material. And so, okay, but we wish Worrell was still here, but
Yeah.
boy, but here's the thing: we're gonna have no shortage of great music from the guys who created this record, and I can't complain about that. We can't bring
Yeah.
Worrell Dane back, but damn, and I'm grateful that I saw Nevermore 2 or 3 times, and incredible. You know, if you never got to see Worrell live, folks, that was really something. Uh, uh,
I didn't get to see him live, but I listened to Year of the Voyager over and over and over again. Does that count?
sure, yeah, I mean it's great. So, and also there's a deluxe version, a deluxe reissue of Into the Mirror Black with a full live show, and it has
Oh,
songs
that is
from
so
from
cool.
both from these two albums, and it's great. It's really good. Um, but yeah, Into the Mirror Black is an outstanding progressive power metal album with an emphasis on power. It
Yes.
it is not a case of like Fate's Warning where they just kind of peter off and got like starting to get like more sleepy and boring. There's like, man, there was so much more gas in the tank. Um, and I feel like this band, like they just got cut off at the knees when, like what would the Third Sanctuary have been, in 1992 or 93? That
Yeah.
that first Nevermore album gives us clues, but we'll never know, you know?
Yeah. Did you
Uh,
notice the well, I mean, I know the guitar tone. I have it here. The guitar tone was set to "And Justice for All." It's
you
got
know,
a
tell me
tiny
what,
bit.
tell me what you're talking about there.
Oh, just like the guitar tone in the first like at least the first three tracks, and it peters out, and then a couple more later. There's a few. It's not the riffs. It's just the tone that it's set in. It sounds like the entirety of the album "And Justice for All."
Interesting.
What
Well,
they had it set to. You didn't get. Oh
yeah,
well, go back and listen to. I think it was
yeah,
track two.
yeah,
There's a nice chunky riff in
yeah.
the center. Sounds just like something from Harvester of Sorrow. I was like,
Oh,
holy
okay.
crap!
So I'll say, we've been going back and doing retro reviews of a lot of the big four albums and stuff, and we're gonna pick up back up on that pretty soon. Uh, I have not really spent that much time with Metallica for a long, long time. So,
Fair.
but from 1988 onward, it was kind of like I think people were like, let's try to sound like that album. A lot of
Yeah.
producers are doing it because look, they were the biggest band in the game. They were the biggest thrash metal band in the world. Still are.
Yep.
And you'll notice, you listen to a lot of records from these late 80s and into the early 90s, and they're because we're talking most of the thrash metal people know is going to be on major labels, okay?
Yeah.
There is a sort of sameness to a lot of the production or similarity to that. And that carries over, even though this isn't thrash metal, even that carries over to the uh, the progressive power metal bands as well. So um, I,
It
I
can also be as simple as just like one of the techs, one of the producers, were just like that was a good that was I heard this album recently, or I worked on this album recently,
sure.
and they had a tone that was really good. I'm just gonna throw that on here, see how it sounds. It could be that it doesn't even necessarily somebody in the band who made that decision, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I can't. I'm not able to speak quite to the level of like production producer or engineer, um, but yeah, I'm just saying like that. What that was, what a lot of records in this genre sounded like, the late '80s, early '90s. So it makes sense that it would sound like that, Chase. So, but yeah, this is a fantastic.
Also,
Oh,
I got one more bit. The lyrics from Long Since Dark. Here's a short excerpt from that. Sitting here, bathed in the moonshade, underneath a willow tree, to stare above, the sky is burning. The diamonds dance in nocturnal symphony. What does it mean? How do I fit into the scheme? That is more or less a conversation me and my cousins had while stoned in their backyard. I love
well,
it.
that lyric may have been born from a similar situation. Um, very interesting. That's cool. But that's poetry, man. I like that. And
Yeah.
also, it's not a secret that at least Worrell definitely liked hippie shit. I mean, like, who do you think brought to the table like, why don't we cover White Rabbit? Like, um, you
Yeah.
know. So I'm guessing at that point, but yeah. Overall, this is an amazing record. Hard recommend. I mean, uh,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Sanctuary. This album rules. Yeah, Into the Mirror of Black. Get it, son. Okay. Um, so if we're good here, why don't we move on to some upcoming shows to talk about? Let's see, what do we have? Um, this Tuesday, I am traveling up to Seattle at the Paramount Theater. I'll be seeing Halloween with special guest Beast in Black. Man,
Yes.
that's gonna be fun. That is gonna be cool. Oh man.
I cannot wait to hear about it, man.
I cannot wait to tell you about it. All right. And then let's see. On April 30th, at the Twilight, Silver Talon with Vanishment and Hell Awaits, the Slayer tribute. are going to be playing. They are going out on a string of 4 dates um, um, uh, throughout Oregon and Washington, and that is going to be really fun. Little tour. Silver Talon is great. Absolutely the best. Uh, just straight up heavy metal band in Portland, and I love them. I'm sad I can't be at this. Vanishment are awesome, and Hell Awaits, man. I can't complain about a Slayer tribute. It's like shit, man. I
Yeah, come on.
really,
Yeah.
like, I really wish I could be at that. Like, this is going to be a great show. I really wish I was going to be there. Um, but everyone watching, go to it if you can. Um, let's see. I want to remind people about. I think it is May 2nd. Yeah, May 2nd. Get down to Warm Springs, Oregon. Down at the Res there. We'll be having Res Fest. This is an annual event our friend Chuck Hudson puts together. He's the main man behind Damage Overdose. And of course, they will be performing alongside Chronic Illness, Dead Nexus, Warden, and Within the Pyre. This is all like death and black metal. I think there's like a black metal band. Also, the Eagle Thunder native drum circle group will be performing, and a local rapper, Showrilla, also. So that should be interesting. And also there will be a free raffle for like skateboards and stuff like that. So that's something cool. I went to this event last year and it was really wonderful. I got to meet all these great kids on the Res, and so I think it's just great that Chuck doing this for the kids down there, and it's really a wonderful event. Go to this if you can. And Chuck will be celebrating his 50th birthday on this occasion. So yeah, this is a real celebration. Please get down there. Happy birthday, Chuck.
Happy birthday, Chuck.
Yeah, and then let's see, Friday, May 8th at the Yamhill Pub. You have a triple thrash threat with Headless Pez, Sidewalk Slam, and the return of Arcana, the all gals thrash metal three-piece. That's going to be dope. So yeah, check that out. I'm going to try to go to that. Yeah. Let's see. Friday, May 15th at the High Watermark. It is a quartet of death metal bands. This is a heck of a tour. You got Oxygen Destroyer, Drawn and Quartered, Coffin Rot, and Hemorrhoid.
Oh wow!
I've seen
Yeah.
Oxygen Destroyer several times now, and they're excellent. Drawn and Quartered, I saw like over 20 years ago. That they are a great old school style death metal band. Coffin Rot, I'm friends with a couple of guys in that band. They're very good. Hemorrhoid, I don't know, but I've been hearing great things about them. So yeah, that's gonna be great, man. That will give you your death metal fix. That's for sure. Let's see. The Decibel Tour. Chase, what's the date on that one?
The Decibel Tour. That is. Oh, sorry. It's the 16th. May
Yes,
16th.
it is. May 16th. Thank you. So Cryptopsy and Necrot and Blood Monolith are going to be on this tour. Fulci, unfortunately, they could not get their work visas. They were denied, and so they won't be there. Another band has stepped in to take their place. I forgot their name, wrote it down, but I forgot their name, so I'm sorry. But they are like a doom band, so that's a doom / heavy metal band. So a little different, so it's not all death metal now, but that should be cool. Should be a good time for those who show up. So that sucks though about Fulci. Fulci's a great band. More death metal. Let's see, down in at the Silver Moon Brewing in Bend, Oregon. Damage Overdose playing with Decayed Existence and our friends Back from Death and another band called Acromic. I know at least the three top bands on the bill are all death metal, so that'll be cool. But yeah, that should be a great time. Back from Death are very entertaining, and Damage Overdose are excellent. So yeah, let's see. May 26th at the Roseland Theater here in Portland. Go watch cartoons and see a heavy metal show with Deathclock. So that is a thing that you can go to if you want to. And then the very next night, isn't that crazy? There is a big. I think this is a death metal and deathcore tour. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I would say
Chaos,
so. Yeah.
Chaos and Carnage, with Thy Art Is Murder, Carnifex, 200 Stab Wounds, and like 4 or 5 other bands. Whew, big bill. I don't really know these bands, but that's something.
I know them. They're pretty big in the genres they're in. Yeah, but
Okay.
not probably not a huge hit for our audience. But
Yeah, I just don't know. It's my impression that it's my understanding that 200 Stab Wounds are more straight up death metal though, right?
yeah, I believe so. I'm not all that familiar with them. I know who Carnifex and Thy Art Is Murder is. They've been around for a while.
I mean, I know the names, but
Yeah.
yeah. So, okay. But yeah, that's a thing. Uh, boy, do I feel like a grandpa for just not really knowing what this is. But it's okay. Go to that if you want to. And then I want to remind everybody about the Soldiers of Steel Festival taking place this August 13th through the 16th at the Substation in Seattle, Washington. Incredibly stacked bill featuring the aforementioned Sanctuary, Liege Lord, Sacred Blade, Hell Witch, Saint, and the Accused. Those are all 80s heavy metal bands, dude. Okay, plus tons of great other acts in the classic heavy metal vein. Widow, Bloodstar, Skeletor, Heavy Metal Shrapnel featuring Mark Bowles on vocals. Sauron, Tower Hill, Chamber Mage, Soul Grinder,
Alrighter!
and loads more. Leather Bitch as well. That's going to be an amazing time. Really looking forward to that. That's going to be that's what I'm working for my whole summer for this, man. But yeah, that's going to be great, and yeah, and I think that's going to be our show. Chase, if you wouldn't mind hitting us with the sign off, please.
Thanks for watching Heavy Metal Breakdown. Like, comment, subscribe, and remember, everyone's talking about the new Sound Funny, but it's still rock and roll to me.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks.